Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor mentions 4 new Time Lord characters in Doctor Who Season 14, Episode 1, teasing exciting opportunities for Russell T Davies' new era. Despite the crucial importance of Time Lords to Doctor Who's very premise, Gallifreyans have always been few and far between among Doctor Who's cast of characters. The handful of stories set on Gallifrey aside, Doctor Who's relatively small list of notable Time Lords includes the Doctor, the Master, the Rani, the Monk, Rassilon, Romana, Susan, and Omega. Between the Time War and the Master committing genocide, however, Time Lords in the modern era have been even rarer than they were during the classic years. That may all change after Doctor Who Season 14, Episode 1, Space Babies. As a gentle introduction for newcomers on Disney+, the premiere begins with Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor giving Ruby Sunday a crash course in all things Doctor Who. Explaining the Gallifreyan tendency to use a title in lieu of a proper name, the Doctor references 4 new Time Lords that have never appeared in the show before: the Bishop, the Conquistador, the Pedant, and Sigishur. Who is the Bishop? Doctor Who Season 14 tease explained. Could the Bishop become a regular character in Doctor Who? Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor looking off into the distance in the Doctor Who Christmas special in 2023. The most intriguing Time Lord mentioned in Doctor Who Season 14's opening episode is the Bishop, as this is the only character mentioned twice by Ncuti Gatwa, once at the beginning of the episode and then again at the end. The Bishop is not a character seen anywhere in Doctor Who previously, so this mysterious entity will be an entirely new creation if they ever actually appear on screen. Russell T Davies has, of course, offered no guarantee that the Bishop will ever become a future character in Doctor Who, but it would certainly seem strange in hindsight if a character mentioned on 2 separate occasions in Space Babies turns out to be nothing more than meaningless dialogue chatter. The 2 name drops in Season 14's opener feel very deliberate, and perhaps hint that the Bishop will eventually play a role in upcoming Doctor Who stories. Gallifreyan titles often give away a crucial aspect of a Time Lord's personality. The Doctor makes people better, the Master seeks domination over the universe, the Rani saw herself as royalty above others, the Monk liked brown robes, etc. The name Bishop has religious connotations that could indicate deep roots in Gallifreyan spirituality and lore, and potentially even knowledge about the Doctor's true origins after Doctor Who's timeless child twist. The Bishop's name is ambiguous enough that the character could be a benevolent friend of the Doctor's, or a villainous figure with ruthless views on upholding Gallifrey's traditions, something the Doctor is notoriously bad at. The Conquistador could be a deep-cut Doctor Who character. Another obscure Doctor Who reference from RTD? David Tennant as the 14th Doctor and Yasmin Finney as Rose looking at something in Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. Another Time Lord mentioned by the 15th Doctor, albeit only once, is the Conquistador. Unlike the Bishop, this could be a character some Doctor Who fans are familiar with already. While not explicitly part of the Doctor Who universe, the Faction Paradox series is an offshoot of a 1990s 8th Doctor book story by Lawrence Miles that has since evolved into its own beast. The Conquistador is a Time Lord-adjacent protagonist from Simon Butcher-Jones' The Book of the Enemy. While it may be a coincidence, the Meep appearing in The Star Beast proved Russell T Davies' willingness to bring deep-cut Doctor Who characters from comics and other media into TV canon. Mentioning the Conquistador may, therefore, represent a deep-cut Easter egg nodding toward Faction Paradox and its connection to Doctor Who. The link begins to look even more intentional when considering that RTD's 3-word tease for Space Babies was Roar. Glastonbury. Conquistador, via Doctor Who magazine number 589. Highlighting the Conquistador title implies that RTD is aware of the Conquistador character from Faction Paradox.